Warning. This video contains Mussolini content and may not be suitable to anyone who believes that the Roman Empire will return. Viewer discretion is always advised. The P-44 Pantera is an Italian Tier 8 medium tank that many players think that it is similar to the Spaghetto 46. This and the Progetto are in fact the embodiments of the Sicilian Mafia,
armed to the teeth with a Tommy gun that will brutally decapitate your weak-ass body like what happened during Valentine's Day.
Right. Unfortunately for history unicums, like the Spaghetto, the P-44 Pantera is non-existing in real life. It is one of Mussolini's wet dreams personified through the Wargaming Design Bureau. The tank looks like a P-43 tear with flat pasta armor, and a very long macaroni gun that is awesome but equally non-existent. Like the Spaghetto, the Pantera has an auto-reloader which is different than on the French autoloaders. I'll explain later. Like the Spaghetto, it has good mobility, flat pasta armor, and decent penetration for its top gun. But, unlike the sexier tank, it has flat, 80mm pasta armor that cannot bounce any shell at all. The turret is also flat, but added a flat pasta mantlet stacked and pasted onto the front of it like lasagna, totaling to 120mm of lasagna armor. Even that won't save you from being shot by enemy tanks firing premium gold ammo. The engine is a 1050 horsepower German quality engine, which was built under license in Italy, and powers the best Italian fighter planes of the war. This means that it can go as fast as a Ferrari Testarossa, just like the Spaghetto. The tank, however, is as large as a typical Tier 5 heavy tank, but having thin armor. However, armor is not the reason why Spaghetto 46 players love the tank. They play it, and the Pantera, because it has a gun that can commit St. Valentine's Day brutality on stupid players who underestimated the tank's capabilities and thinks that the Pantera is worse than the Lorraine, or the ANX 5100. The gun is a 90mm auto-reloading 73 calibers long macaroni cannon that can shoot 2 macaroni rounds in about 6 seconds. Unlike the Spaghetto, the Pantera can only depress the gun at -8 degrees all around. This is because your gun is so long, that makes many Super Pershing and Tiger tank players blush. Like many long guns in the game, the penetration is as confusing as wargaming politics. Many players think that because both the Pantera and the Spaghetto have auto-reloaders, they can dump all shells onto enemy tanks like a French autoloader. They are wrong. The difference between these two mechanics is mainly on the intraclip reload. While the Baguette autoloaders have shorter intraclip reload, the Macaroni auto-reloaders, as said in the main, can automatically reload a shell. Therefore, our playstyle should not be French, but a true Mafia, and an Italian, to take advantage of the auto-reloader gun. To become a member of the Sicilian Mafia like the Spaghetto, you do the following. You get improved ventilation, improved modules, and improved optics for the first tier. Then you get enhanced gun laying drive, improved assembly, and improved acceleration for the second tier. As for the third tier, you pick whatever you want. For provisions, you pick Big Cheese number 9, low quality Italian fuel, and improved German quality fuel. For consumables, pick a speed unlimiter, repair kit, and a multi-purpose restoration pack. For ammunition, you pick mostly macaroni AP stuffed with lasagna sauce inside, then premium pizza APCR shells, and a few HE lasagna rounds, to make Waffentrager players regret their purchase. After that, you go in and prove your worth for the Dom. Overall, this tank must be played like the Spaghetto 46. If you don't know how to play it, then quit watching this video, and watch CUNY Sammer's Unicum guide on it. Back to the tank. Like I said earlier, you should not play it like a typical French tank with an autoloader, always firing without hitting something. You first play passive, by spotting for your team, because your view range is as high as Mussolini on a speech, or Anchovy in the anime. You have flat pasta armor, which means you can be easily penetrated by enemy tanks. But there will be certain times, when your armor bounces shots for no reason. This is because your pasta armor are shielded by Mussolini. You must not take shots, because you still have that flat pasta armor. If a group of enemy tanks are spotted in your view range, then run away, before they commit massacre on your team. You use the free shells wisely, to rack up damage and kills. If you unwisely dump that red shell, then you do bad for the team, because you have to reload the whole drum again. When the situation permits, and confident that you can prove your worth before the dawn, then you charge in, and commit some Valentine's Day brutality on the enemy tanks who had no choice but to succumb to your mafia's Tommy guns. To impress the Don and Anchovy, you must train the following crew skills: smooth turret traverse for medium tanks, precision fire for light tanks, repairs for heavy tanks, and camouflage for TDs. After that, do whatever you want that fulfills your wet dreams. And that is how you play the Pantera, to impress the Don and become like the Spaghetto 46. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to support my efforts. Click on the video on the screen for my Pantera montage if you want to see how I do it. I'll make more videos for you all. Bye for now.